Hello, everybody. This is so awesome. Hello, everyone. And if you are watching live, I would love for you to put live in the chat. And if you're watching on the replay, put hashtag replay. So this is Friday Lunch and Learn with Yvonne and Loubna. And Yvonne and Loubna are here with you because we are watching you on social media saying that you're not finding jobs. You don't know how to reach out to people. You don't know how to network. So today we're just going to get straight to it. We're not even going to give you an introduction because you should know us by now. Hit us up on LinkedIn. And we're talking today about networking for jobs. Why people are getting it wrong. Why are people getting it wrong? So today we are with you and we're going to talk quickly about that. Dr. Loubna, I think you are on mute. Okay, that's great. And just let me go live on Wisdom. So today we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Wisdom. So we are live right now on Wisdom audio app too, right? So everybody is going to hear us today and they're going to get some tips from us. So Dr. Loubna, why are people not getting it? Why are they getting it wrong? Networking for jobs, because you know and I know that a lot of people, myriad people, have found jobs by networking. What is it that people are getting wrong?
Yes, today that's what we're going to focus on. Yeah, what are people doing wrong when it comes to networking? Yeah, so okay, you find a great job posting, you apply for it, you send your resume, you send a cover letter, and you keep waiting and you just hear crickets, right? So what's going on? While you're doing that, you have to also connect and network with people. You have to start the connection before you even get a job interview, right? You start looking at the company, at the people who are working at those companies, and start connecting with them, start networking, ask for informational interviews. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can ask people for 10, 15 minutes of their time to pick their brains and get insights. Who wouldn't like to do that? You know, and if people don't like it, then you know what? I don't think I'm going to work for that company anyway. So, yeah.
So the difference, the reason why people are not finding jobs is because they apply for the jobs and they sit down, fold their hand and wait. It's not working anymore. That is like 2 years ago business. The situation has changed. As soon as you apply for the job, you have to start working to connect with people at those companies. You must find the people. It's a job to find a job. So that is the reason why many people are not finding the jobs. They apply and they wait. That's not working. That will never work. And you have to realize that that's not going to work for you. So you can't just apply and wait. You have to. And what about your mindset even before you apply, doctor?
Oh, definitely. So the mindset, yeah, we talk a lot about having and keeping a positive mindset. If you go with the mindset that you're not going to find a position, nobody's going to call you back, and there are hundreds of applicants, who cares? You know, you have to go for it, and you have to have the confidence to tell yourself that since you applied, then you have many chances to be called for an interview, and you cannot give that up. Okay.
So you know what I find, doctor, is that a lot of people like to repost memes and stuff like that that says confidence, that says don't quit, do it, stuff like that. But what I do find is that a lot of people don't practice some of those things. You know, you just throw a meme out there, or you go on YouTube or go on social media and see a meme and, oh, I like that. But why not apply to some of those things to your life, right? You know, you apply for a job, and as Dr. Loubna says, you have to start reaching out to the company. Find the persons in the company who post the job. Find the hiring managers. So I'm a job seeker, and I'm saying to you, how do I do that though? You know, you're telling me to go find people. How do I find where do I find these people?
So yeah, so basically you go on LinkedIn, you search the company. Most companies have link to their company's page. They have link to the website, okay? But before going on the website, just go on the page and start looking at people who are working for that specific company. And when you search LinkedIn, it asks you if you want to search the company for in terms of jobs, of people, of news. There are different sections, and you look at the people. Sometimes you will be amazed that even some of your first degree connections are working for that company. And if it's not the case, then take a look at the second degree connections and ask whoever you are in touch with to introduce you. You have to take the lead. It's a job you're looking for, it's your career, and you get to be the one who's managing that. Okay, so these are ways to be proactive and going for what you want.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. So remember, the reason why you are not hearing back if you're looking for a job and if you have applied for the job is because that piece is missing. You need to network with the people. So suppose you just get crickets. Nobody's responding. What do you do? Do you just move on? Do you just what do you do?
You first follow up, right? Uh, the rule usually is to wait few days to a maximum of 15 days, right? But at least I would say 5 to 7 days. You don't want to be reaching out because they have many candidates. They are very busy. The HR teams are extremely busy. So you need to be mindful of that. But at the same time, you want to show that you are interested. You are still interested. So yeah, I mean, if I see somebody who's very proactive and following up, I mean, I'm going to know that this person is extremely interested, and I will know that this is one of their skills, right? They're taking proactive actions. They care about that job. Okay, so it shows me different traits in people's personalities.
Exactly, exactly. So that is the most important thing. So you're going to follow up on LinkedIn. You're going to go to the company's website, find the people who are working there, even if you can't find a job poster, connect with somebody. I have never worked with anybody who just apply for jobs and just leave it there, because that is the reason why. That is the main reason why you are not finding a job. And I'm going to highlight Harishi Kesh Naik. He says that it is he says very interesting, because I think that is a big missing part. We're not going to be here very long today. We just want to come on and give you, because we are worried about people who keep saying on LinkedIn, I am not getting response back. I am not hearing. I am being ghosted. But it's not just, remember when I was a recruiter and I was hiring, I put a job out there. I get 100 applicants. I'm going through the applicants. You are on LinkedIn. You see the job and you expect me just to find you. You have to do some work to find me. And when you find me, I'm happy, because the fact that you find me, I'm saying, oh, I'm elated. I do the happy dance in the office all the time, because I'm saying, this person reached out to me on LinkedIn. I must go and talk to them. So don't think that
Yes.
recruiters do not want to talk to you. Recruiters want to talk to you. And if you're working with if a company puts out a job and doesn't want to talk to you, maybe that's not the company that you want to work for.
Exactly. And you know what? Just remember that people who are hiring, there are people like you, right? They are looking for the best fit and you are looking for the best fit. So again, to go back to the mindset, if you keep that in mind and you keep thinking that it's about having some type of relationship, a win-win relationship, okay? When you go and you apply for that job, it's not just for financial purposes, right? you're going to be a major contributor. The company is going to have you and utilize your skills. So think about it as a symbiotic relationship. And if you go with that mindset, then what do you need to do? You connect with people, you show up, you tell them who you are, and you go the extra mile. Let's say I have two candidates, okay? Let's say a company has already taken a look at the list of applicants, and then they end up with, I don't know, 4 or 5. And if you are the one who has connected with them, right? If you have connected with them, you have taken an extra step, then guess who might be called first, right? So always go the extra step and the extra mile.
Exactly. Go the extra mile, folks. Go the extra mile. It is very important. If you see a job that you really, really want and you're passionate about, there is no reason under the sun why you should not get the opportunity to at least have a conversation with the people in the company. Remember, you're marketing yourself. However,
Yes.
it's not just connecting. So when you connect, you also have to have a plan. You also have to have some messages that you want to send. You can't just wait, or you can't just sit down and write just anything. You have to be mindful of the message you are sending. So what about those messages? So how do I show up? How do I write those messages that somebody get back to me? Because as I said, and Dr. Loubna, you don't work with anybody who connect with people and they don't connect back with them. So what about those messages that you're sending? What should the job seeker do?
They could be simple, it doesn't have to be a very complex message. Hello, I am name. Okay, you say your name, and then you're like, you know what, I'm very interested in job X, Y, and Z, and I would welcome the opportunity to connect with you for 10 or 15 minutes, right? And then you say a couple of things that make you attractive to that job. Okay, you don't want to put a cover letter there. Just put a small paragraph where you show your interest in the specific position. You tell them you're passionate about X, Y, and Z, and you're really interested in connecting with someone within the company, and you would welcome the opportunity to connect for 10, 15 minutes. I mean, who doesn't have 10, 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So remember, make sure that you write your message. Just don't go into LinkedIn and start writing a message. You can even write it out in Word. Make sure the message sounds good to you. Make sure that's what you want to say. I know somebody, and I'm not going to say who this person is, and anytime she's reaching out to anybody on LinkedIn for a job, she writes the message, she sends it to me, and she say, "What do you think?" And there's no time she has ever connected with anybody who doesn't connect back with her, because she bounced it off somebody. You can bounce it off your wife, your girlfriend, a career coach, or somebody who you know very well, and say, "I see this job." And sometimes I say, "Send the job to me so that I can look at it and let me know what you're applying for." And in that way, she writes her message to say to them why she thinks she's a good fit for the job, and bam, the persons always get back to her. That is what you need. You need to have that first conversation. And so we just don't want people to think that just sending off a message, is that going to make them get the job, or is there something else that needs to be on point, doctor?
Exactly. People, or I would say recruiters, hiring managers, they're not just sitting there waiting for you to apply. They don't know who's going to apply. So you need to be visible, okay? And you want to increase that visibility. And you're right, Yvonne. I mean, talk to people around you. Try to talk to people who have successfully found jobs. And like you said, I mean, when we work with our clients, that's exactly what we do, right? We look at the job description, we check everything, right? If they don't have specific skills, then we think about ways to highlight specific projects they have worked on. So there are always ways to go around potential missing skill. It's not because you don't fit 100% specific job position, that you shouldn't apply. There are ways of going around that and explaining. If you think like you're extremely interested in applying for that job, in working for the company, so you always go the extra mile. Okay, and that's what our clients do. All right, like we hear that every day. They're like, oh, I'm not sure, people are not going to get back to me. Okay, so what? They don't get back to you? This is the worst case scenario. They say no, no problem. Keep moving. Move to the other
Yes.
person. Move to the other person. Yeah.
And that,
And
that also comes down to what you said about mindset, because you have to have it in your mind that some people may not get back to you. Or, as I said to somebody once, I know a lot of career professions or managers on LinkedIn, and they don't check their messages too often. So when
yes,
you reach out to somebody, don't say, "Okay, they did not get back to me, so I'm not good for this job. I suck," and all that stuff. Don't use those disempowering words about yourself. Remember, you know how good you are for this job, and you know how great the company would be if they had you. It's
yes,
their loss, friends. Move on. You're going to find the right person who is going to hire you, right? So don't waste time. Don't go home and sob. Don't do it. You have to have the right
yes,
mindset. So I gleaned a couple things from what Dr. Loubna said when we started. First of all, you have to have the right mindset. Second of all, you have to have a plan. You have to know why you are on LinkedIn or why you are in social media. You're on social media every day. At the end of the day, what is the benefit of being on LinkedIn and on social media as a job seeker? What did you gain? What are your benefits? Nothing. You have nothing to freaking show. You gotta have something to show. If you're looking for a job, have something to show. Make this a daily thing that you're going to connect with people of value, who is going to be valuable to your business, to your
yes,
jobs, that you can bank those nuggets, right? So that is another thing. You don't have a plan, you don't have the right mindset, and the right mindset is killing your chances. The wrong mindset is killing your chances. You don't have a plan, that's killing your choices. You don't know how to communicate to the people, that's killing your choices, because communication is also wrapped up into your confidence, right? If you're
mhm,
confident and if you can communicate, then that is going to be huge. But don't leave it there, because you have to have the tools, your resume and all that too, right, Dr. Loubna?
yes, yes, Yvonne, totally. And it's a combination of multiple things. So I know we covered some of those topics in previous discussions, but it's about having a great resume. It's about having the clarity. It's about having the confidence, the positive mindset, and networking. Yes, and LinkedIn is a fantastic platform. I mean, years ago, or like at least when we started working, we didn't have LinkedIn. We didn't leverage that, right? We used to check who in our network could make an intro for us, and the best positions are found through networking. So now we have this amazing platform that's LinkedIn. So take advantage of it, and everybody's there. Everybody's there. So
Yes.
yes, prepare your resume, prepare your mindset, have the clarity, and network. And what you said earlier, Yvonne, is extremely important. Having a plan. Okay, what's my end goal? What's my plan every single week, every single day? Because like you said earlier also, job search is a full-time job. So you better have a plan, you better be structured, and you also start thinking about the specific outcomes that you want to get from those interactions, from the actions you take on LinkedIn. And when you have that mindset, then things start happening.
Yeah, I will say to anybody who's listening, if you have been looking for a job for a month and haven't and are only hearing crickets, something is definitely wrong. And I don't want you to feel bad about this. It's probably because you don't understand the different tools you have to use. As Dr. Loubna said, when we were looking for jobs, we had no LinkedIn. Honestly, I had no LinkedIn. I did not know anything about LinkedIn 15 years ago because I stayed at the last job for 15 years. I had no idea that I could connect with people. I had nobody to tell me that when I see a job and I find it on the job site, I should apply, then go to LinkedIn, find the people, connect, talk with them,
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit more information about the job. People want to work with people who they know, like, and trust. I'm telling you, I was a recruiter and I was elated when a job
Yeah.
seeker reached out to me. I don't listen to some of the people on LinkedIn talking bad about recruiters. It's not every recruiter is a bad recruiter. Every company has bad people. Every project managers, they have some good ones and some bad ones. You know, HR managers, they have good business analysts. You have good ones and bad ones. In every profession, you have some people who don't do their job well. But I'm telling you, for the recruiters that I know, all the
Yeah.
recruiters that I know, they are so compassionate. They reach back out. They're excited to help you to find a job. So that's also a part.
Ye-
Have a good relationship with recruiters in your field.
Yes, I have a lot of connections who work in HR. And, like the past years, I've been hearing that they are, oh my God, they're managing so many work streams. They have so much work and so many applications. So sometimes it takes them time to get back to you. It takes
It
a lot of
does.
time, even
It
if they have
does.
a big team. But imagine they have 400, 500, and sometimes even 1,000 applicants. So you need to be mindful of that. And
Yes.
while you're waiting, yeah, again, the mindset. You cannot keep like you cannot think or talk trash about recruiters or people in HR because they're doing their job and they're going, overboard and making sure that they also hire the best person for those positions. So again, if you're on a mission, your mission is to find the job. If you're super passionate about that specific position, then you don't give up. Okay, you keep
Yes.
connecting, you keep following up, you follow up after 10, 15 days, you wait and another week, and you keep showing interest. Okay, you keep showing interest and you keep connecting, you keep asking around, you keep learning about the company while you're waiting, but you don't sit there and talk negatively to yourself, but just keep going.
Yes, I like that. Follow up too. Because as we said, sometimes the person is busy. Remember, what you have to remember, that everybody in this world, you have personal stuff going on in your life. You don't know the other person, what they have to deal with in the morning before they went to work. During my time as a recruiter, I went through a 3-year terrible divorce. Any morning, somebody, or any time, somebody could have reached out to me and I was just at my lowest moment. It doesn't mean that I'm
Mm,
ignoring you, friends. It doesn't mean that we're ignoring you. You must have compassion for other people too, and think that these people are human just like you. Is it that
yeah.
every day that you get up, you're 100%? Sometimes, some days I get up and I feel like I could move this house. I could just lift it up and move it. And sometimes I get up and I'm saying, oh my goodness, I gotta go to YouTube and turn on some music and look how some people dance some stuff and start dancing around in my
Yeah.
bedroom to get a little bit of motivation to come downstairs to have my first cup of coffee. Remember, we are all like this, right? So remember your goal. Have a plan, have a goal. And if your goal
Yes.
is to find a job, stick to your plan, stick to your goal, as Dr. Loubna said,
Yes.
and have the right
Yes.
mindset.
And these are all topics we cover.
Yeah.
And we touch upon those topics over and over, like having a clear vision about where you want to be a year from now, 2 years from now. What are your goals, specific goals? Do you have a plan? Have you tried things that worked in the past? Have you tried things that didn't work in the past? Why they didn't work? Okay. And while you're going through all of that, you want to be laser focused. You want to be laser focused on the job
Yes.
search, on the networking, and packaging yourself and making yourself visible and going out there.
Yeah, and I just want to say one last thing because I think we have beaten this one like us with a stick. I just want to say you have to start weeding out companies that you don't want to work for. It's not
Mm-hmm.
every company that you connect with that you're going to want to work for. Because I was having a discussion with a lady this week, and she went to a job interview, and she said it looks like the person who was going to be her supervisor or boss looked like he did not want to be at the job interview.
Ooh,
And I said, well, you know what? That's not a guy. I said, you just got a blessing.
these
You,
are the
because
red flags. The
you
red
just
flags.
got a blessing, because if this guy is so terrible like that, even if he had a bad day and he did not want to be there, he should at least feel like, pretend like he want to be there,
Yes.
or appear that he want to be there. Listen out to the whole interview. She said from the time that the guy went into interview, she saw him come in. He was disconnected, like he did not want to be there. And I said, that's the guy you don't want to work for.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
work for that person. Don't be happy and thank the Lord. Go and pray when you leave here and thank the Lord for you just avoided a bad situation.
Exactly, Yvonne. And this goes back to uh, each one being in charge of what they want. Okay, you get to pick and choose what type of job, what type of career you want to be in. You don't want to be accepting anything that comes your way, because when you start thinking like this, then you're going to act accordingly, and you're the one who's going to pick and choose. All right, it doesn't mean that you're going to be picky, but I'm saying you're going to select the positions that make sense for your career advancement, for your career growth, and these are the ones that you are going to prioritize. And sometimes it's not, like you said, Yvonne, it's not just like about applying to all jobs that come your way, but things that make sense, even if it's short term, right? But sometimes it makes sense because maybe you want to switch industries, you want to switch functions. And if something comes your way that makes sense, then yeah, you should consider it, right? That's why having a goal, having a plan is essential to all job seekers.
And
So then, sorry,
sorry,
go ahead.
sorry, Dr. Loubna, just finish. Sorry. Yeah,
There's
yeah, I was trying to.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, especially leaders. We work with a lot of leaders, right? And executives and so on. And unless you're just using the job as a stepping stone, you have to, at certain stages and at certain age, you don't want to just pick up a job just because you're desperate. And that is the reason why you might want to say, even work with somebody, work with a career coach if that's the thing, because if somebody charges you X dollars, right, they're not going to charge you a whole month's pay. I hardly know any career coach that does that. And if you were to look at it as you're making an investment so that you are not 2 3 months, can you imagine people makes $20,000 a month? In 2 months, if you don't work, you just lost $40,000. And I work with a lot of people. I know a lot of people who make more than $20,000 a month, right? I
Mhm,
used to make
mhm.
more than that a month, right? So if I didn't work, if I was looking a job and I didn't work, I would lose a significant amount of money. So it is in my interest to find the right job early. And it is very important that you do that, because if you do not do that, every month that you do not work, you're losing money. Every month that you do not work, you're losing money. What do you say about
Yes.
that?
Yes, Yvonne, you're totally right. And actually, the thing I wanted to say is that there are so many jobs out there. This is the current market is actually an employees market, right? So you cannot say that there are no jobs out there. And if you guys are looking for a job, this is your opportunity to get all your ducks in a row and make sure that you do it quickly, you do it right, and and package yourself the right way. It's not just about just having the mindset or just having goals or just having a resume. It's a combination of so many things, and we've seen that over and over and over. I mean, I can speak for myself in my career, okay, and I mean, until you package yourself a certain way, until you have the clarity, the visibility, the clear vision, and then you have everything that's helping you, then things are not working. All right.
Well,
So,
what we really do for people is design their career. We help them to design
yes,
their career, and we help them to design the career, to start the job, and also to design a path to promotion. That's what we really do. That's why we
yes,
don't work with everybody, because if you are not interested in a career and just a job, as I always say, you can find a job. You can
yeah,
just find a job
exactly.
anywhere. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Loubna and we work with career professionals to design their career. So, if you're interested in that, Dr.
Yes.
Loubna, where can they find you?
You can connect with me on LinkedIn, Loubna Erraji, or my website, advancesconsulting.com. And yeah, I'll be happy to talk to you, connect for 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I do it with many people. Many people I never met, I never spoke to, but there's nothing wrong with connecting, especially during those times. Everyone wants to connect.
So,
And
if you want
yeah,
to connect with Dr. Loubna, she is Loubna Erraji, and you can go to her website. It's advancesconsulting.com, ADVANCIS consulting.com. That's where you'll find her, learn more about her. And for those who don't know where to find me, you should be able to find me by now. Goal Inspired Career Coaching. I believe in goals. I mean, years ago, before I retired and started this, I bought a domain called Goal Inspired Career Coaching. I just bought the website because I was so goal oriented in everything I
I
do.
love it.
My
Yeah,
finance had goals, my relationship had goals.
yes,
I've been married twice, so you must know that in order to do that, I had to have goals. So it is very important. Goals are important. And if you're on LinkedIn
I love it.
messing around and you are looking for a job, stop messing around. You got to have a goal and a plan every day you go on
Yes.
there. If you're on Wisdom, if you come on Wisdom every day and you have a plan and a goal. If you're on YouTube, you have a plan and a goal. If you are on any app today, you have
Yeah.
to, and if you are goal oriented, you should have a plan and a goal to achieve something every day, even connecting with three people every day, even
Oh,
trying to
yes.
find a career coach, and go to study them before you start figuring who you want to work with. Talk to people who they have worked with and see if that's the right person for you. And we are
Yeah.
here every Friday to help you guys. We have a lot of achievements under our belts. Study about Loubna, study about myself. If you really need help, if you've been looking for a job for 3 months, it's too long.
Yeah.
2 months is too long because it is a job seekers market.
Exactly. Yes. So we leave you with that.
We leave you with that today. And guess what? I have a granddaughter upstairs, my husband's daughter, his granddaughter. She's so cute. She's upstairs doing all kinds of shenanigans. And I'm going to go there. But later on, I might come back on Wisdom to talk to people. So we're going out with some music here. So talk to you soon. We'll see you next time.